What is up? What is up, YouTube? This thing keep changing, man. All right. What's up? This is gonna be on the stream channel, man. I had one that I was gonna do, but we're gonna end up doing this one after we do this. Oh my God, that's what I get. Your research. Oh my God, man. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Extremely bad update for Diddy. I did not see this coming. A new huge Epstein file. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, man. We're gonna do it. It's gonna be 3 together. Let's check it out.
Some very bad news for Diddy, probably his worst nightmare coming true, and we need to speak about these Epstein files that have leaked today or been released, over 20,000 pages of documents, and yeah, people are being implicated. Hey guys, it's Murad Muradi, daily and consistent content. Let's get straight into this video. What do we speak about first, guys? Because so much has been happening. It's been an absolute whirlwind. Let's get into this Epstein stuff. Early on Wednesday, Democrats on the House Oversight Committee published 3 email exchanges, including correspondence between Epstein, Ghislaine, and other people. The first email released by the Democrats is from 2011 and between Epstein and Maxwell. In it, Epstein writes to Ghislaine, "I want you to realize that that dog that hasn't barked is Trump. Victim spent hours at my house with him." Epstein goes on to write that Trump has never once been mentioned, including by police chief. Maxwell responded, "Well, I have been thinking about that." The victim's name was redacted in the email, although the unredacted version is in the tranche released by the committee that shows the name Virginia. Interesting. So, one of many hundreds of thousands of, photos, pages have been released, and Trump is massively implicated in all of this, where it looks like, I'm going to repeat again for you, that Epstein is admitting some crazy stuff. I want you to realize that that dog that hasn't barked is Trump. So Epstein is referring to Trump as a dog, probably what he thought of him, probably used him much like he was trying to use Andrew, to try and use people to get things on them, leverage, which is exactly what Diddy was doing, in my opinion. And he was referring to Trump as a dog to his ex-lover, friend, girlfriend, Ghislaine. And Ghislaine's response was, "I have been thinking about that." So this is one of the biggest emails that have been dropped, and I'm wondering why it's being released now. I think everything has been released in slow motion, and I think that we are about to experience a massive political scandal that is about to happen in the next couple of months to the next year. Andrew's already been taken out officially. He's lost his royal titles, and I think that's really just the beginning with this. It's caused a rupture all over the world, to be honest with you, especially on the online world in the UK and the USA. It's been on the news here in the UK, and a lot of people have been speaking about it because we've just been speaking about Andrew being exposed in these emails, and Sarah Ferguson, his wife. So this is crazy news. The dog that hasn't barked is Trump is what he is referring to Trump as. What are your thoughts on this? I'm sure you guys have heard about it. Everybody's been speaking about it, and that is what I wanted to open this video with. Now we have to get into what's happened with Diddy. It looks like he has been in trouble because
Mr. Can't get right. I'm sorry,
because of the fact that he's violating these BOP rules, as we spoke about yesterday, and because a couple of days ago he was caught drinking alcohol, which he has vehemently denied, and then TMZ came out yesterday to double, say that it is truthful. Well, interesting news, because it looks like it's pretty bad for Diddy because he's had his prison release date pushed back.
Because he can't get right. He can't get right, y'all.
That is Diddy's worst nightmare, guys. His worst nightmare is that his prison release date has officially moved back. He's no longer being released, guys, in May 2028. Now,
we talking about
Page
can't
6
get
are also
right.
reporting that his release has been pushed back to June 2028. So it's a month afterwards. He's spending 1 more month in prison, guys. But 1 more month is a long time in prison. I don't think any one of us want to do a day in prison. Do you understand? So I don't want to be doing an additional month. This, I feel like, is also a warning from the Fort Dix, where they basically stated, play with us again, and we're going to extend your prison time for much longer than an additional month. We will give an additional 6 months. We will give an additional year. We will give much more time if we need to. Do you understand? And so this is very bad news for Diddy, for the fact that his prison time has been extended. This validates that everything we've been seeing in the reports is true. Diddy has been vehemently denying everything all over Twitter and all over the statements that he's been given to people, but really and truly violating the phone calls and drinking alcohol back to back shows no remorse, no accountability. It shows an ego out of control even when you are in prison, and that he believes that he can do anything. That's why he was smiling with all of those handsome men when in those prison photos leaked, because he knew that he could take advantage of these men or try and do so. He was happy to be in a better environment because he was happy to manipulate and do whatever he wants to do. Well, Fort Dix says, don't play with us, go play with your mum, because we're not the ones, and therefore they've pushed back his prison date. This also doesn't look good for the rehabilitation program that he is in, because you need to be on good form, good behavior, and whilst it's been confirmed that he is in this program, I do believe that these actions will also implicate that. 110%. Diddy was doing so well at the embassy. Like, she should have just stayed there. Like, I'm not sure why he so much wanted to go to this. So not only is his phone call privileges been taken,
he wasn't doing good there. He just wasn't getting caught there. See, we think he was doing good because he was drinking that hooch and he wasn't getting caught. But he'd go to court and say, I'm clean and I'm sober. Come on, man. All of a sudden, they ain't had there was no reports of him having fits. He been on these drugs for quite some time. You think about it, man. How many times somebody tried to stop drinking, stop smoking? One more time, I'm gonna stop. One more time, I'm gonna stop. It's hard to just cold turkey all this stuff like that. Y'all seen the movie Ray? Come on, man. Diddy was in jail for a whole year, and he been drinking that moonshine or that hooch or whatever you want to call that toilet water. He just wasn't getting caught. That's all. He had bigger people checking, keeping things under wraps, because he done promised all these people, yeah, when I get out of here, I'm gonna straighten you up. I'm gonna straighten you up. I'm definitely gonna straighten you up, dog. You my dog. Come on, man.
Diddy was doing so well at the embassy.
He was not.
Like, he should have just stayed there. Like, I'm not sure why he so much wanted to go to this. There. So not only is his phone call privileges been taken, the unit that he wanted to move to has been refused, and now your prison date release has been pushed back. All of this, guys, has happened in the past week. Him violating BOP rules, mugshot being released, and also the alcohol is also stuff that's happened in the past week. I thought we would have been done with this Diddy madness when the trial ended, when the sentencing was done. Like, it's at this point, every single day, some new exclusive is being released. Like, this is brand new information that I'm telling you guys that we weren't even discussing yesterday. We weren't even thinking that the prison system that this man is in would push back his date of release. That's a big warning to this man, because he doesn't want to be in jail for any long. He was fighting to be released that day in the sentencing. So he probably will be on best behavior. But even if he isn't, that means that Fort Dix will push his release even more. Whilst the reason behind the adjusted date remains unclear, it comes on the heels of the rapper making headlines for allegedly violating multiple prison rules. Diddy's spokesperson told Page Six last week that the Grammy winner was in his first week at FCI after being transferred, and that he's focused on adjusting and trying to be, better and grow, and he's in a new environment, and that everything else is a lie and exaggerated. If everything was a lie, he wouldn't have his prison date pushed back. Everything this man says himself is a lie. He's a walking contradiction. He's a walking lie. He's a walking hypocrite. Everything that he states out there is not true. You cannot rehabilitate somebody like Diddy. This rehabilitation program that he is in, it's not going to work, beloveds. It's just not going to work. He's going to go right back to his old ways because he's demonstrating that in prison 24/7. Oh my God. Like, why are you having conversations with another person on the three-way call, and then you want to lie and say he's PR, and then you want to lie and say you got to do a statement for New York Times, when you most
because that's what snakes do. Guilty people, they evil people. He's a negative person, man. No matter how much money you have or how much money you don't have, You are a negative person. This is why this is happening. And we need to wake up. Whoever's got the power to run this country, we need to stop this bull, man. This is bull. Dude, you don't have 14 strikes. You out of there, man.
Definitely were coordinating some kind of preparation or an attack on somebody to help you, because you have your goons running around you, family included, whilst you are in prison. What a mess, guys. Like, I didn't think this would happen. I didn't think it's only a month back, guys, but a month back is a lot. Do you understand? That's actually a lot. Like, you lot can say that a month is not enough, but try and even do 1 day in prison. God forbid. I will never do that. Do you understand? God forbid. Doing 1 day in prison. Right. God forbid. God forbid. I can't even do 1 day. And you're telling me that Diddy has to do 1 more month. Of course, he's going to be fuming in prison. Now there's going to be more reports coming out about what he's going to do against this, because he has that ego. Subscribe to the channel. Comment.
Dude, there was so many. It's too many, man. Diddy hit with more prison time. This is it right here. I think this is the one I was going to do.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Sean Diddy Combs, I know you already heard, and you heard before all of us. Despite what the Breakfast Club said, DJ Envy, your sources are liars. Besides what Justin said, Justin, I'm not saying you're a liar, but your daddy was obviously lying to you. Despite what everybody on the internet was saying, Diddy, for allegedly being caught drinking alcohol, and for allegedly the three-way call where he asked his lawyer to bring a bag full of cash and small bills, Diddy's sentence has been pushed back to June 2028. Baby, that man ain't never getting out. And when he does, he's going to go right back in, because I'm guessing he's going, unless he has a big change, he's going to violate his parole. And what are we saying? Of course he's going to violate his parole. Diddy's ego is whooping it. And baby, we love to see it. Now, when I woke up and I heard that Diddy's sentence happened, pushed back to June, I said, look at God. I literally heard Kanye West, every time that I look that's above. Literally, I heard Fat Boy Slim, I gotta praise you like I should. That's a deep cut for you guys that don't know this. You guys, let's get into this, because honestly, it couldn't happen to a worse person, but everybody that is getting pro Diddy news, supportive news, he wasn't caught drinking, he's tested every day, all this stuff, trying to control the narrative, your sources are lying to you. And methinks the source that is lying is actually Diddy. Did we not say in the live the other day that the reason that his lawyers haven't come out and set the record straight, because they love doing that, that's what they pay for, was because these rumors were in fact true. So let's get into the verified source. All right, Diddy will spend even more time behind bars as the release date gets pushed back amid alleged rule violations. Woo. They said Diddy's release date has been pushed back nearly a month amid reports that he violated rules in prison. Also, if it's pushed back a month, that means they're going to be on his checking for rug and alcohol. I'm willing to guess this thing to shorten his sentence, the RDAP program, I'm willing to guess he's going to violate it, because they said in Fort Dix, you can get anything you want to smoke, toke, do what else you want on it. All right. It is more like military barracks than jail. And Diddy, instead of taking this opportunity to really do something, he's taking this opportunity to really establish himself as like what? The queen of free calls. That was a Freudian slip, but it stays. Anyway, right? They said that he said his date has now been changed to June 4th, 2028, according to the Federal Bureau of Prisons. It's not clear why Diddy's release date has been changed. It comes after reports that Diddy violated a series of rules during his time behind bars. You guys just know, just days before serving his sentence, days into serving a sentence, literally 3 days into serving a sentence, he was allegedly caught drinking alcohol. He says it's a lie. TMZ said it's verified. Diddy, why did your release date get pushed back a month? And that's not even counting when he had that three-way call when they first called him on the three-way call, he said he was talking to his lawyer and the electronic guy that was going to and he wanted to give a statement to the New York Times. They said, okay. And then they conducted an investigation. In that call, Diddy asked for a bag full of cash in singles, right? I'm guessing maybe he's bribing people off, right? Apparently, the jail people thought the same thing, and they conducted an investigation because they were like, one, you're making unauthorized three-way calls. Two, you have to let us know who you're going to call, and they need to be approved. The fact that you're bypassing that, we automatically think you're engaged in criminal behavior. Three, why are you asking them to bring you bags of cash? You know for a fact that you're not allowed to bring anything but coins for the vending machine. And on top of that, if you are bringing bags of cash, what is it being used for? The Bureau of Prisons said this looks like illegal criminal activity. Okay? On top of that, it looks like illegal criminal activity. On top of that, when the investigation started, Diddy then rolled everything back and said, wait. I wasn't talking to a lawyer. Now, he could have been talking to his lawyer, but I think he rolled it back because you were asking your lawyer to do illegal things. I wasn't talking to a lawyer, and I wasn't talking to a media guy. You know, the media guy. I was talking to two family members, and I never made a statement to New York Times, so he rolled all that back. They say that his privilege. There was a hearing. The prison suggested that he get 90 days of no commissary and 90 days of no phone time. That went to vote in front of the board on November 4th. They're saying that was granted. He has restrictions to his commissary. Sources are saying restrictions to his commissary and restrictions to his phone time. But more importantly, his release date got moved up a month. Moved back a month, which means it leads me to believe that the stuff about him not drinking was also not capped. They conducted this investigation. If he keeps going on, he will not be entitled to the RDAP program. The RDAP program, as you guys know, took about for every year you serve, it takes 2 months off. So basically, it would give him a year earlier. They are saying that, I know that math didn't make sense, but I probably got the numbers wrong, but you get what I'm saying. It reduces, for each thing, it reduces greatly your jail time. People are betting that Diddy is not going to make it. Again, this man stood up and said that he's been clean for the first time in 25 years. That could have been a lie. It sounded like a lie. The judge bought it. A lot of people were critical about Judge Aaron's ruling. However, Judge Aaron, literally, the devil was in the details. He gave Diddy enough rope to himself. Hear me out. If Diddy truly was changed and truly was the man he told everybody he was and swore in front of the court he was, then he has nothing to worry about because you're going to have smooth sailing. But if you're not, if you're who we think you are, then baby, 3 days in jail, he couldn't even get by. 3 days in jail, he couldn't even get by. And on top of that, this fool was asking for unmarked ones. This fool was on the thing. On top of that, get out of here. And on top of that, Diddy, with all this stuff, is still up to his own thing. That man ain't clean. In my mind, he ain't clean. DJ Envy, The Breakfast Club, you guys need news sources. CBS News found sources. Justin, you need news sources. And I would say that anything that comes out of the Diddy camp, we should investigate. If you don't want to, I'm sure CBS News will investigate, and I'll do my own investigation too. Y'all, what do you think about this, right? Listen, they even wanted to put Diddy in a new unit, but they let him stay put. I think that's because when you are RDAP and a certain thing, they keep you in a unit around people that are supposed to be getting clean, and it's supposed to be a better unit. And they wanted to put him in a different unit that they could monitor him, but they decided not to because it was the first mistake and that he's had since he's been there, and they're going to let him. But just know they are monitoring his butt. Again, let's not forget, Diddy's team was caught lying again. They said there have been several fake and reckless reports circulating about Mr. Combs. He has not violated any prison rules. His sobriety and self-discipline are disciplined, and he has taken them seriously. This is only his first week at FCI Fort Dix, and unfortunately, rumors will surface throughout this time there. We ask the public and press to give him the benefit of the doubt, the privacy to focus on his personal growth, and the grace to move forward with his peace. So basically, they lied, just like the Cassie statement before that video came out. They lied. He has broken prison rules, and that is why his prison sentence was extended. Listen, on top of that, again, people are saying it's unclear whether or not he lost his phone privileges. My sources are telling me he was sanctioned for that, and he has broken prison policies. I don't know why they're saying that. They said he's in a drug treatment program and he's working in the chapel library. The phone call he was on was initiated by an attorney, and it was attorney-client privilege and appropriate. However, again, after his PR person said that, because they're not bound to not lie, Diddy's team came out and said he was not talking to a thing. He was talking to two family members. Again, what is it? It's all lies. It's all innuendo. I would say this, if we are going to believe, I would say that if we dared believe anything that came from a Diddy camp, let's see if their lawyers will co-sign something. Because if their lawyers will co-sign something, it's at least anchored in reality, anchored in truth. Y'all, again, how do y'all feel about this? I feel like, damn, Judge Aaron gave Diddy a real chance, and he is who he is. Again, they said he violated multiple rules, not just one. All right, Diddy, you better start saving your pennies up for that pardon, because I don't think this early release is happening. I stand with TMZ. I do not believe anything his lawyers, I'm not his lawyers, anything his PR people and his family are saying. Yeah. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I'll talk to y'all later. Maybe we'll go live about this, right? But again, I do it every time that I praise up above. Y'all, listen, sometimes you just gotta let people show you exactly who they are. Thank you, Diddy.
That's crazy, man. Golly. Diddy and his son's shocking case exposed. Hey, I'm gonna start another one, man. I'm gonna do one more, then I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm writing a song, man. I think I got an idea. Diddy is making sure that Uncle Mike is right. Diddy gonna be in jail for a minute, man. He think that the rules don't apply to him. He still think that, and he's locked up. That's crazy, man. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell him Uncle Mike told you so. Shh. Peace out.